Good morning, everyone. We will now begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama to protect and bless us as we participate today in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku prayer, please stand. Takamaharani kamtsumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamuri zanagi no mikoto wa tsukushi no rimuka no tachi hana no odo no aragi harani bisogi harai tamo utoki ni narimaseru harai no kami tachi moro moro no maga goto tsumi gare o harai tamae kiyome tamae doma o sukoto no yoshi o amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yoro suno kami tachi tomo ni ame no fuchi koma no mimi Uritatete kikoshi neseto kashikomi maosu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae Kon nagara tamachi haemase. Kon nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we lead your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive Group Johrei.
Meishu-sama, bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. The right choice. Individuals who strive to live in accordance with God's will are indeed genuine human beings. Do your best to think and act virtuously. And as these thoughts and deeds accumulate, truly you will become a good person. Those who strive their best to do the right thing, passing every day cheerfully and courageously, find happiness without end. Every individual should be striving daily to attain an ever higher state of spiritual consciousness, especially those of you who have faith in God. We human beings should do our very best to be alert so we may become better and better in every way, month after month and year after year. But if the focus was only on materialistic progress, economic or social standing, people would be like tumbleweeds without roots and aimless in direction. Thus, true progress means evolvement of the soul and ennoblement of character. Keeping this in mind, build your life step by step. Never be in too great a hurry, and do not be concerned if your development seems slow, for in the long run, you will inevitably grow. Your determination to improve yourself testifies to your strength of character. As you continue to make an effort, you will become a better person in every way, more and more trusted and loved by others. Everything in your life will become more harmonious and you will be happier.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters. This morning, I would like to share a faith experience from Japan. This is from Ms. T.H. She's from Higashi Nihon area. And this was shared on the monthly service of May in the Atami Sacred Grounds. Ms. T.H. is part of a third generation of Johrei members. 10 years ago, she founded a demolition company together with her husband, always striving to build a heavenly work environment. They currently have the support of 10 employees, including her sister, who is 2 years older than her. 3 years ago, the Johrei Center to which she belongs underwent a reconstruction, and her company was hired to carry out the demolition of the old building. However, in the same period, she received a request to leave the property that she has rented as her company's headquarters due to its advanced state of deterioration. Even with the deadline for the site to be vacated, she felt like she was being guided by Meishu-sama, until one day she found a piece of land near her house that was being sold for a considerably low price. The value was equivalent to half of the other land in the region, and the only sale condition was that the 3 lots that made it up were acquired together. The reason for the low price was that one of the lots, approximately 1,500 square feet, had an old townhouse, and on that lot, new constructions were not allowed. In addition, it was located on a sloping part of the land, making it impossible to use heavy machinery, and the expected expenses with the demolition of the house and taxes end up generating such a discount. She acquired this land, planning to carry out the demolition of the old manor house little by little, in times when there was no great demand for work in her company. Thus, the construction of her new headquarters was advancing. Meanwhile, she thought that there would be no use for the 1,500 square foot lot. However, a strong joy took hold of her heart the instant she thought, that's it, I'm going to build a vegetable garden. I'm going to practice nature farming. Just imagine the joy of her employees and neighbors in receiving vegetables full of light. Soon arose in her the feeling of wanting to connect people to God through nature farming. Her chest became filled with gratitude and emotion to understand that Meishu-sama has given her this miraculous terrain precisely to carry out this practice. In November 2018, her company's new headquarters was completed. And in the midst of this joy, the amount of work also started to increase, reaching the point of not keeping up with the demands. With that, she ended up not having time to demolish the old house. However, she felt as if Meishu-sama, seeing her excitement about nature farming, was telling her, wait for the right time. This feeling hit her chest hard, and she thought, okay, let's do things without haste. And then her older sister, who performed office activities, suddenly said, I'm going to drive a truck. Typically, in addition to activities at the workplace, employees are also responsible for driving the trucks used in their tasks. But with her sister's help, employees could just focus on their activities in the workplace, making them move faster. However, Ms. TH was worried about her sister, who looked so frail and had never driven a truck once in her entire life. Yet, she was determined, and after a few days of training, began to perform these activities superbly, showing a glow as if she were someone else. Ms. TH realized that her concern for her sister was her own attachment, and she thought, I need to have this experience too. If I run into any difficulties, I just have to overcome them. So she also started driving trucks. With Ms. TH and her sister working as drivers, the workload began to progress well, and they eliminated the problem of lack of employees. Later, by hiring new employees into the company, the need for the sisters to drive was decreasing. However, thanks to this purification, they were able to learn to drive a truck. And in addition, dialogue and interaction with employees naturally increased, which made them very happy to be able to deepen their trust in each other. In mid-January 2020, they had a drop in demand for demolition work. Usually when that happens, financial worry follows. However, she was very happy thinking, oh, it's finally time to demolish the old house. So, with the collaboration of their employees, they started the demolition. When she shared her idea of making a vegetable garden there, everyone made an effort not to leave a single nail on the soil, removing the debris with care. In addition, they dug the soil 1.5 feet deep, sifting and removing by hand even the small stones, so it was as soft as possible. It was hard work, but the employees did it happily, always with a smile on their faces. Just when the land was practically ready, they began receiving more work requests, and male employees resumed their activities at the company. In the process of demolition of the house, there was a decrease in the amount of soil on the land. So, to make it up for this loss and to be able to make the garden, Ms. TH and her sister, driving trucks, transported another 15 tons of soil and 5 tons of natural compost to the land. They actually got this natural compost from the city government, which distributed free of charge once a year only in February. Everything happened in an amazingly timely way, which left Miss TH with great gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for guiding her all of this time. And once more, she was able to learn the importance of waiting for the right time. In this way, the land that would not have been useful before became a farm of light. In July 2020, in her first experience with nature farming, she was able to harvest eggplants, cucumbers, tomatoes, among other vegetables, in an amazing amount for a first year of cultivation. Thus, she was allowed to witness with her own eyes the joy of her employees and neighbors in receiving vegetables full of light. In the midst of all these events, there is one of her employees who is 40 years old who particularly showed interest in nature farming. Few years ago, this employee came from Kyushu, a place that is more than 620 miles away, especially to apply for a position in her company. And from the beginning, Ms. TH always thought he was someone brought by Meishu-sama. This employee suffers from cirrhosis of the liver, and his physical condition is debilitating. Maybe that's why he always takes great care with his health, and currently what he consumes the most are the vegetables of light. With all this, she started to feel like connecting him to God and invited him to go to the Johrei Center. Until then, she still hadn't talked about faith with him. I was thinking, at what point am I going to bring it up to him? Seeking Meishu-sama's feelings through reading the teachings, she paid close attention when Meishu-sama said that our religion is an ultra religion. Those words stuck in her head. In addition, she began to think. After all, entering the faith, that means becoming a member, means connecting with God and knowing His existence. And she realized that she was stuck with her own limited concepts about many things in life. So this thought gave her a somehow mysterious feeling. On the way to the Johrei Center, Miss T.H., who until then had not said anything to the employee, brought up the subject of God for the first time. At the Johrei Center, the conversation about God and faith took place in a relaxed way. This employee participated in an interview with the minister and later on was blessed to receive the secret focal point, or Hikari. Currently, this employee practices reading teachings daily, and when he has any questions, he asks Ms. T.H. He also does not stop practicing Johrei, and through this, he received a blessing of having the advancement of cirrhosis of the liver controlled, being even told by doctors there are no problems in his exams. That way, she also feels very happy to be able to accompany him and to be allowed to learn together with him. Reflecting on everything that happened, she wondered, why was I allowed to guide this person without putting any force, strength, and in such a calm way? She recalled that early in the minister's lectures, she had learned that in the practice of faith, one must consider 2 points. Are we letting God act in our soul, our words, and our actions? And is there really enough Makoto in us, love, sincerity, for God to act upon? Until then, without realizing, she ended up with her sounding too caught up in the limited concept called religion. She realized that because of her change in her sounding to simply wanting to connect a person to God, she was allowed to receive this blessing. Currently experiencing several miracles with this practice of nature farming, she has a strong goal that springs from her soul. This objective is to practice and fulfill Meishu-sama's desire, contained in the teachings of nature farming, such as, I wish that as soon as possible, people will wake up from the superstition of fertilizers and switch to nature farming. And I must, as soon as possible, save the current Japan. Ms. TH is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama for the numerous blessings and purifications given. From now on, following in the footsteps of Meishu-sama, she wants to continue her efforts of humanity's salvation and for the construction of paradise on earth. That was very inspiring message by faith experience by Ms. TH, practicing nature farming and working very hard, studying Meishu-sama's teachings, practicing Johrei, guiding others. I want to thank you very much for listening to these words. I want to wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion of our morning service. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a blessed day.
Can you do the flowers now? You don't have to go now. You need to go one day. You need to go.